Taurus. Thank you for being here. Today, we're going to look at April 12th, 2025. That's the full moon in Libra. We'll look at Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising with specific messages for each. We'll look at numerology and astrology and the tarot cards, and we'll end the reading with advice for your sign. In the description box, I have links for meditations for each of the tarot cards that I drew for you today. So let's start with numerology. The number for that day is a 7. And a 7 represents introspection, spiritual awareness, and seeking deeper knowledge. So for Taurus, this number encourages taking a step back from chaos and evaluating what truly matters. So for example, you may feel a strong urge to unplug from distractions and reflect on your goals. Maybe you decide to take a break from social media to focus on your mental clarity, or spend an evening journaling about where you see yourself in the next 6 months. So let's start with astrology. Not start, but second, astrology. And we have the moon, the full moon in Libra. So the full moon is all about balance and relationships and harmony because it's in Libra. So that's in your 6th house, and that's the 6th house. The 6th house is about health and daily routines and work-life balance. So it's shining a light on how well you're managing your everyday life. So here's some questions to ask yourself today or that day. Are you taking care of your body? Is your work life, is that balance healthy? Are you feeling overworked or underappreciated? Those are the questions from the moon. So let's look at your sun. So the sun is in Aries, and that's your 12th house. So that's about subconscious and solitude and healing. So this full moon opposes the sun in Aries, meaning there's tension between your responsibilities and your need for rest. You may feel exhausted, but unable to slow down. So here's some examples. Say you've been working late nights to meet deadlines, but your body is screaming for rest. Maybe you've been ignoring these signals of burnout. So you're getting some headaches and maybe some mood swings, and on top of that, you're having trouble sleeping. So this full moon is urging you to listen to your body and find balance. We have Mercury. Mercury is in Aries, and that's the 12th house again. That's communication with the subconscious. So your intuition is heightened today. You might receive sudden realizations through dreams or just even your gut feeling. So be mindful of self-talk. Are you being too hard on yourself? So here's an example. So you wake up with a vivid dream about quitting your job, only to realize you've been feeling unfulfilled for months. You finally acknowledge the need for a career change, or just even a better work-life balance. And then we have Venus. And Venus is in Pisces. That's 11th house, your 11th house. That's friendship, communication, aspirations. So relationships with friends or social groups, they're heightened. You may feel more emotionally connected with your community, but be cautious of over-sacrificing for others. And what I mean by this, here's an example. A friend asks for a favor, but you don't have the energy for it. But you feel guilty saying no. This full moon is teaching you that self-care isn't selfish. Okay? We have Mars. And Mars is in Pisces. That's the 11th house again. That's drive in social causes. So you might feel inspired to help others. Join a group cause or take action in your community. Just be mindful of burnout. Mars in Pisces can make you overextend yourself. So, for an example, you might volunteer for a charity event, but later realize you're running on empty. it's okay to help others without depleting yourself. All good lessons. Now, tarot cards. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about swift action and momentum and unexpected news. This card represents like rapid movement, fast communication, and things falling in place quickly. So it suggests that something you've been waiting for could arrive sooner than expected. So, for example, you've been applying for jobs, so expect a call out of nowhere offering you an interview. Or you've been debating a trip. You might suddenly find cheap tickets and book a spontaneous getaway. And if you're single, someone new could unexpectedly enter your life. So here's your advice. Be ready to move quickly. Don't overthink. When the opportunity presents itself, go for it. Cool advice. Here, I pulled the Queen of Cups and she came out reversed. Now, mind you, when I have all my cards in my deck, they're all face up. So when they come reversed, they have a special message. So she came out reversed. And when it's reversed, the Queen is talking about emotional overwhelm and neglecting your own needs. That could, like emotional exhaustion or ignoring your intuition or struggling to express feelings. So this means you might be giving too much to others and not enough to yourself. So for examples, you might have been playing therapist for a friend who's always venting but never asking how you feel. Or you're in a relationship where you're constantly putting your partner's needs before your own. Or you feel emotionally drained at work, but keep pushing forward without taking breaks. So here's some advice from this card. Set emotional boundaries. Take a step back from situations or people that are draining you. Prioritize self-care today, whether that's a long bath or journaling, or simply saying no to someone who doesn't, give anything back, or just saying no to something that doesn't serve you, like it's not in your best interest. And then we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, that's about tradition and guidance and spiritual wisdom. It represents structure and tradition and seeking guidance from authority figures. So this may indicate the need to follow rules, reconnect with spiritual beliefs, or seek mentorship. So some examples. You might attend a workshop or a class or religious service that helps you feel more grounded. So a mentor or a boss or an elder may offer valuable advice that helps you move forward. Or you could feel drawn to traditional practices like tarot readings or meditation or even family customs. So here's your advice. Trust wisdom from established sources, whether it's a teacher, a therapist, religious spiritual guide. Seeking knowledge may bring clarity for you. So now let's talk about Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising. So Taurus Sun, it's a day of fast changes and emotional reflection. You might feel overwhelmed, but also inspired to take action. So, for example, you could receive a sudden job offer, but hesitate because it's outside your comfort zone. The Hierophant urges you to seek advice before deciding. Taurus Moon. Your emotions may feel all over the place. You could struggle with boundaries in relationships, and that's going to lead to some exhaustion. So, for example, a family member calls needing help, but you're already feeling drained. The Queen of Cups reversed reminds you, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taurus Rising. your public life and reputation might shift quickly. You could get recognition at work or suddenly be thrown into the spotlight. So, for example, you've unexpectedly asked to lead a big project, and while it's an honor, it's also stressful. The Hierophant says, trust your experience. You're ready for this. So here's a summary what this day means to Taurus on April 12th, 2025. It pushes you to balance action with emotional self-care. The full moon in Libra highlights work-life balance, while the tarot cards suggest rapid changes, emotional overwhelm, and the need for guidance. So the Eight of Wands brings fast-moving events, opportunities, and sudden news. The Queen of Cups reversed warns of emotional exhaustion and the need to set boundaries. The Hierophant reminds you to seek wisdom from mentors, traditions, or spiritual guidance. So here's a takeaway. Be ready for unexpected opportunities. Trust your instincts when they arrive. Take care of your emotions. If you're feeling drained, it's time to set boundaries and prioritize self-care. Look for guidance from teachers, mentors, spiritual practices. So here's the advice for Taurus for this day. Move fast, but don't ignore your emotions. Stay open to change, but make sure you're not sacrificing your own well-being in the process. Listen to wisdom around you. It will help you navigate this fast-paced, transformative day. I love that you picked this reading, Taurus. I love that you're here. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in another reading.